So, you're a talented songwriter, but you've run into the great brick wall that is production. And as all budding artists find out pretty quickly, being the most incredible songwriter and performer on the planet means nothing without great music production. It's production that collates that talent together into a listenable track. But there's no denying that for anyone with little to no experience in music production, the challenge of it is daunting. So, in order to make your music sound its absolute best and release it into the world, you need to answer, should I produce my own music or get someone else to? And I'm here to help you answer that now. Every artist has a right to protect their music and shape it however they want. It's an innate feeling. You want to have 100% control over your music. Handing over your unfinished track to a professional producer will always be something you do at least a little hesitantly, even if you completely trust them. It's normal to be a bit of a control freak over the music you write. So if you feel you'd rather just cut out that uncertainty, then it might be worth learning how to produce your own music. You might even be watching this video because you found that working with other producers hasn't been such a great experience. Maybe they were amazing people with buckets of talent and knowledge, but when it comes to capturing that specific artistic vision you have, they just couldn't match it. Depending on how specific that vision of yours is, it might be that no one but you could ever satisfyingly produce your track. So, in that case, you'd be better off taking the time to learn how to produce yourself. Producing your own music also negates the issue of scheduling clashes. Even if you found a producer that shares your ideas and goals, it can be difficult to actually get going. Finding the time to sit down for extended periods together is no simple matter. If you're both trying to make names for yourselves, you're probably also working regular jobs, as well as keeping plenty of other regular life commitments. Producing a track is time-consuming, especially for an artist and producer pairing that are still getting to know each other and adapting to each other's working styles. Producing your own music allows you to work entirely to your own schedule, without having to make time and adapt plans for another person. Those random 2 AM bursts of inspiration, well, you can harness them without waiting until the morning to meet up with your producer. Learning to produce also leads to more dynamic opportunities to make a name and living for yourself. Pharrell, Dr. Dre, and Kanye were all renowned producers before becoming some of hip-hop's most influential rappers. They were equipped with all-encompassing music-making skills and knowledge that can easily be heard in the quality and creativity of their songs. Those skills also open you up to supplementing your income by hiring yourself out as a producer, not just a songwriter and performer. As artists' incomes get harder and harder to earn, it seriously helps to have a side gig going on as a producer for hire. This means you can still support yourself by making music, despite Spotify's payouts being so microscopic. Learning to produce music also allows you to collaborate with other artists easier, one of the most important tactics for getting your name known. The more skills you have to offer to fellow artists, the more worthwhile your collaboration will be. Now, so far, I've been saying learn to produce like it's nothing. Unfortunately though, learning to produce your own music is far easier said than done. Before you feel comfortable releasing your self-produced tracks into the world, you'll have made tens, if not hundreds of tracks that will never have seen the light of day. That's just how the process of learning to produce goes. At the beginning, the more you learn about how to produce music, the more things you realize that you still have to learn. Producing is far, far more complex than the regular music listener, or even the regular songwriter could possibly know. And it's no easy feat to simply start producing your own music. It requires dedication, patience, and above all, time. While that does make producing your own music all the more rewarding, time is just a luxury that many of us don't have. Hence why many, probably most artists, tend to hire out professional producers instead of doing the whole thing themselves. While you will be forking out your hard-earned cash, at the end of the day, time is money. As long as you can find a producer who you have good chemistry with, who understands your artistic vision, and whose fees don't rob you blind, you'll avoid all of the headaches involved with learning to produce your own music. If you've decided that leaving the production to the professionals is your ideal approach, the next step is to actually identify who you want your producer to be. Hire us, we'll do it for you. Pay us money and we'll do it. Good news is that if you've just started out as an artist, you might not even need to pay your producer at all. Beginners in the music scene benefit from supporting each other. If you have any friends or acquaintances that are studying music production at university, or who are starting out by themselves and need to build their portfolio, you might be able to support each other's career beginnings without spending a thing. At that point, it's more important to build the valuable experience of working with another person to achieve a single artistic goal than it is to make big money. Once you feel ready to start looking beyond the beginner stage, your next target is professional producers in your local scene. Do your research and figure out who recorded and produced the tracks of fellow local artists that you like and seek them out. These producers are professionals, and so you'll have to pay them a fair wage, but it shouldn't bust the bank. Take it from Dylan Baldy of the alt-rock band Cloud Nothings. He says every local music scene has at least one recording guy that you can get in touch with and end up making an album with. It's far more more important to hire a producer you have something in common with than attempt to work with one based solely on their fame and marketing potential. Building a connection based on similar tastes, local scenes, or mutual friends will end up helping you and create even better music step by step, and you won't feel like your time and money are being wasted. There's no easy answer to the question of whether producing your own music is the right method. It all depends on who you are, your artistic vision, and how you work. Learning to produce your own music is hard, time-consuming work. Let none say otherwise. But equally, it's extremely fun and truly rewarding to piece together your song from its very beginning to its very end. Eventually, you'll capture your sound like no one else can. But never forget that there are countless talented producers out there, ready for you to contact should you need that extra knowledge and helping hand. If you like this video, please like. If you want to see more, subscribe. Leave any comments down below. And if you'd like to work with me or anyone else at Lonesome Dog Studios, check out lonesomedogstudios.com.